Hello?
Hello and welcome to the Bones McKay show, starring Bones McKay. He didn't open up the thing. He cannot see you right now. Please don't make fun of him. He is merely immortal. He is immortal, yes.
He is eternal.
He is forever. He's at the beginning, the end, Alpha, Omega, Omegaverse.
Yes.
Okay.
Careful, you're gonna get sued.
What? Oh, right. No, it's gay.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine.
I'm gay. I'm so close to seeing you guys. Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome. We are
I
here.
was reading different chats. All right. I can see your lovely little profile pics now. And welcome, Rub Inc., Shania Belt, Shania, maybe, Christian, Electronic Sheep, Susie Squid Inc., Alias Echo, hello, 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 I hope you guys are liking the stream clips. Well, I
Yeah.
guess you guys are here, so maybe you don't watch them. But yeah, so we're just gonna do a normal little streamy stream, and yeah, that's it.
That's
On Sunday we're gonna do more of the comic reading stuff. So basically, right now I am like searching through our old chat logs and making fun of myself from the past.
See, I was saying I always get nervous when he looks through our old chat logs because I'm like, oh god, what cringy stuff did I do back when we were 19?
We did so much cringy stuff.
At least we did it together. There was one really cute conversation that Bones showed me that I did where like it was from 2015, so like 5-6ish years ago, and I was like I don't know where I'm gonna be in the next 5 years. Like I don't have a plan.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
And literally like a couple months after that we moved in together, which was
Yeah.
like unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
We did not expect.
Never thought it would happen, but it did.
I know, and now we're getting a house. I don't
We're-
think 5 years ago you would have expected that. I mean, we
No.
have a house. We're not getting a house. We have a house.
We have a house.
We own it. It's ours.
It has our mugs in it and everything.
It does.
Our mugs and our books.
I'm not Rose cool. That is a lie. That is a lie, Bones McKay.
Bones.
I'm way cooler than Ro. You shut your mouth past me. House is awesome, yeah.
I had such anxiety back then. I remember it was so bad that whenever there'd be like a big life thing happening, like we were going on a cruise. We went on a cruise back in 2015, and leading up to it, like it felt like I was gonna die. I was like, on the day we go to the cruise, we're gonna die. Like I couldn't see the future. It felt so overwhelming. So yeah, my anxiety was bad.
Yeah, we had so much anxiety. I haven't changed that much, except I have. There's some parts about you that don't change.
Yeah.
I was saving up for a house, but I had to change paths due to that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But I believe in you. I think it'll all work out.
Yeah.
Because you never know where you're going to be in 5 years, apparently.
Exactly. You never know.
Sorry.
What?
I don't want to say that one.
Okay, don't say
It
that
made
one.
me laugh. How do you feel about Dan Harmon's script writing? Harmon's script writing. I don't know what that means. Who's that?
Who is that?
Let me see. I don't know who this is. Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched any of this. I'm sorry. I'm not that cool.
Don't understand.
Ursula, say
Yes?
things. I'm trying to find
Oh,
interesting
goodness.
things.
Okay, well, what's everyone been up to? I feel like I've been into Stardew Valley. I've been playing a bunch of it. I was late setting up the stream because I was busy playing Stardew. It's so fun. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like my life isn't very interesting right now. I mean, it kind of is a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, nothing's happening. Like, we're inside all the time. Our region is in lockdown. Like, before we weren't going out either. So
Yeah, because we've been locked down for
we've been
years.
locked
We're coming
down
up
since
on my
March.
top surgery anniversary soon.
You're right.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was-
almost a year into this.
It was early February, right?
Feels like years.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it was early February. I think it's February 12th.
I think so.
I think.
I
I
thought
don't know.
it was the 8th.
Was it the 8th? I don't know.
Or am I thinking of like March 8th? for like your follow-up visit or something.
You know what? I could look on Facebook because I don't post on Facebook much except to inform my relatives of things. So it's probably up there pretty high.
Oh, actually, I did have something kind of interesting happen to me.
What?
So today at lunchtime, I got a Facebook message from a great aunt that I didn't know I had.
Oh, I've not heard about this.
I was ignoring it because it kind of makes me nervous. But
Well then.
but I had, so my grandpa, who has passed away like years ago, his sister contacted me because his side of the family is from the States.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, like, we've fallen out of touch with the Canadian clan.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh.
You're like, there's not much left.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's like 2 of us.
Yeah.
3 actually. But yeah. So and she was telling me about how like she went to the university that's like in our town, and like just talking about like all the cousins on that side of the family that I've never heard of, and I was
Oh
like,
my god.
right? I was like, whoa.
This is a whole
weird.
other world.
I know. I haven't answered yet because I'm really nervous about it. I don't like talking to strangers, even though like she's family, but it's spooky. It feels like something
Yeah,
out
it
of
was
a
February
movie.
12th.
February 12th. Okay. Oh man, we're almost on the anniversary.
I know. I'm just gonna try and go back to the very beginning of our relationship on Google Chat
Oh dear.
and see our life. We do so many RPs that sometimes I'm looking through this. I think we're chatting about something. I'm like, I don't remember this happening. And then it's like a goddamn character going through it.
Oops.
Oops. Oh my goodness. She was active an hour ago. Do. Hi everyone, how's it going? It's going good for me.
Going good.
I'm working on a comp for my friend. She wanted me to make several sketches of Elliot, her character from SDV. I don't know what that is, but I'm proud of you. Hey Noelle and Hydrangea Eyes, by the way. What have I missed? I don't know, we're just chatting. It's a really chill stream.
Super chill.
I have a feeling that YouTube didn't blast it really hard for us. Didn't blast it.
YouTube.
But also we're like really early into it, and it
That's
takes a
true.
bit for people to show up.
Thursdays is quiet.
Thursdays is quiet.
Yeah, I wish I had more to tell about my mystery family. I guess
Yeah.
I'll give more updates as they come.
Never worked on a comic before though. I got a decent amount of characters.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
just go for it. Go ham.
Go ham. A great place to start is writing a script.
Yeah.
It didn't notify you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
YouTube.
thinking. There's a lot of people. There's not a lot of people here, and it's sus.
YouTube! You rude little goblin that controls our lives. Wondering if I should start it as a one-shot? Heck yeah, that is a good place to start. You can dip your toe in to writing a script, to starting a comic.
That's totally what I was thinking.
Don't have to commit to a big story if you decide you don't like it.
Yeah. How do you go back faster?
It's pretty sus. You're halfway done your prep work for your comic? That's awesome. And thank you for watching. This is your first big project? Heck yeah. Good luck. Lots of luck and love for your comic. That's awesome. Making my characters suffer. I can't talk. Making my character suffer is actually kind of funny. You writers are so rude. You love just making your characters have a hard time. Man, I'm reading Avo right now. I was reading his Bones gave me a draft of Avo to review, and Man, he's so mean to those characters.
I am.
I was like, dang.
How far are you into it?
48%.
Oh, damn.
I know, I'm so
You
far.
were reading more today?
I read a little bit. But yeah, you're so mean. The midpoint is so mean.
Oh,
I won't spoil anything.
okay.
But it's terrible. Everyone's upset.
I'm upset.
Same. Happiness is boring. I mean, it is. With fiction, it's very boring. In real life, happiness is great. Characters must
I agree.
suffer. You start at the beginning of a script, writing with a close friend. I don't know if I'm more excited for killing off some of the characters or the romance. That's me and Bones. That's like, I'm the romance half. He's the killing off characters half.
Hell yeah, I am.
But it's funny, no. 99% of being a writer is making the character suffer. Meanies.
Yeah.
Your videos helped me prep for my first comic. Thank you for reading. Reading? Watching. My god. My brain is frazzled. I just want to be on my farm right now.
You do be on that farm a lot.
She do be on
Why
that
did I
farm.
send you all of Honeywells in like little chunks?
Was it... Were you sending it to me as you finished?
Maybe. This is all 2018 and stuff. Oh, I don't care about 2018. Give me the good kush. Give me that. Give me that.
The 2013 energy.
Oh my god. I can't even go back to the oldest because there's so many chat logs. Google's like, you gotta go one by one there, bud.
Google's like, nah.
Google ain't having it.
When did we switch from MSN to Google?
I'm gonna find out.
Because I remember in high school we were on MSN with all our friends. And remember our friend Fanuf always had
Yellow papyrus,
yellow papyrus
was
as
their font.
Oh my god.
It was so obnoxious.
Drove us crazy.
Oh my god. I miss the days when you could just decide to write in Comic Sans though.
Right? How dare, like, Discord and Facebook Messenger, how dare they have just, like, a set font?
Who even wants that?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Everyone wants Comic Sans and Papyrus to bother their friends.
Oh my god, the MSN days. A group message was always so chaotic.
Yes. I miss those times. And you'd set your status. I mean, you can set statuses on, like, Discord now, but, like, you'd set your status to, like, music lyrics and stuff.
Yes,
Or, like,
always.
a quote.
Well, that would always be like your name would be a bit of the music lyric and then the rest.
Yes.
And you do little emojis in your name.
Yes. Little pixelated emojis. I miss it.
I miss the sounds.
Yes. Oh my god, remember you could poke your friends? You could,
Oh my
it,
god,
like, made the
nudge
screen
them. It was
shake.
nudge.
Nudge.
And
Oh
it-
my god, you
it-
do that to me all the time because I just like ignore all the chimes.
Yeah, and then I just hit it until you paid attention to me.
They need to bring that back because half the time I miss your Discord messages.
Give me a button that will obnoxiously bring me to the front of your screen.
Please.
I mean, what I could do is just hit call.
Yeah, true.
I do that sometimes when
Yeah.
you're missing food messages.
When he's like dinner's ready and I'm like at work in my office.
She won't come down, and it's 5:30
Listen, sometimes I'm just in it.
to win it.
Yeah,
Gotta bring home that bacon.
I do.
I've been planning a comic, so this should be fun. Hell yeah! Do you guys got any questions for Ursa, like art-wise?
Hello, I'm
Because
here.
she's a fountain of knowledge. Oh my god,
I'm like a sprinkler. Of
I'm
knowledge.
1,500 messages back, and I'm still not at the end.
Oh my god. We did talk a lot, especially before we moved in together. We chatted online quite a bit.
Yes, most of this is probably going to be RPs. I'm into
Probably.
2014 right now.
That's the other thing, because now on Discord we can have like our own little separate RP channels. But like back in the day, you just had one.
How do
chat
you draw
log.
feet?
How do you draw feet?
How do you draw feet?
One.
Show them. Show them examples.
Okay, for one,
That'll make a better clip.
You should. For one, you should grab reference. But I find feet. Here, I'll just draw on top of this. Who cares? When you're drawing feet, you basically draw like little cubes. I mean, like, so the foot is made of like 2 or 3 pieces ish. I guess like 3 pieces. So like, they're like cubes that taper, and then you have the toes. And the toes are like flexible and stuff, right?
And annoying.
And annoying. But like, you've got like the heel bit and then the top of the foot, and then you've got like the ball of the foot here, and then you have the toes. And so like I tend to draw them very 3D because like feet generally, because you're always like planting the feet on something, like on the ground, or I don't know, on an object if they're standing on something.
Like a flower.
Yes. Like you're always kind of putting them into perspective. Like I find it's harder, at least for me, to like draw them really flat. So I tend to like draw them as like little 3D boxes. Honestly, you should be doing that for most stuff you're drawing because everything is like always in perspective and 3D. But
that's a weird looking foot.
It is. See, this is me drawing feet without reference. You should grab a reference sheet. Reference sheet?
Here's a foot.
Photo.
Right here, I have one. I have my very own.
He has a foot. He is showing me. Okay. So if I draw what I see, you chose to do this.
Draw my Pete. It's my bad Pete too.
It's your bad Pete.
Deserves to be punished. Punish my Pete.
Don't.
Make him step on a Lego.
I'm gonna ban you from the server, Bones.
I deserve to be banned from the server.
But yeah, so there's his foot. So there's the bottom of his foot. There's the little arch. There's his heel. I've drawn like the side of the foot here, and then there's the top of the foot that you can see beyond it, and the little
2011.
toesies.
That's when we started talking on Google Hangouts.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
It's end of high school.
This is very important. You better not delete this from the clip. I'm gonna make it so. I'm gonna bring it back to everything, so you have to keep it in.
No, what? Don't. He keeps getting mad at me because I've been editing our clips, and sometimes I'll cut something out if it's just like
it's fine.
Breaks the flow, and he's like, "What are you doing? Just leave it all in." And I'm like,
I just hate you having to waste time. Oh, do you want to hear our first messages together?
Sure.
In 2011?
Are they embarrassing?
Hell yeah.
No.
You said, hey. And I said, hey.
So
and you
embarrassing.
said, oh man, Gmail is pretty nice. And I said, you better know it. You should add insert my email. Might be me? There you go. Oh, damn.
So cringe.
I forgot I have another email that I probably need to look through
Oh, dear.
to see if we have more chats. Okay, there's tons of questions for you, by the way. If
Oh,
you scroll
goodness.
up. You
Hello.
can just pick and choose your favorites.
My goodness. For a new comic artist, is there anything specific to keep in mind? How do you deal with motivation? If you're a new comic artist, I think the thing to keep in mind is just to like keep moving forward and just keep learning and trying new things. Don't sit and stress about your comic being good enough because your first one is always going to have problems, and you'll just learn if you keep going forward and just try and finish your first comic. That's why we tend to recommend like start with a small comic so that as you learn a lot and kind of suck up all the comic knowledge like a little sponge, like you probably won't like your first comic. So do something small so you can move on to your next one and have it be better. And how do you keep up your motivation? Setting deadlines really helps. So if you have like, I'm gonna make like a 50-page comic and I'm gonna finish it by like the end of the year, like that's a really good goal. And set little goals within it. Be like, I'm gonna have X amount of pages done every month, so that you have like a set time that you check in That's like a good cadence. So that you don't it's not like a huge goal that feels like impossible. I think that's a great way to keep up motivation. Oh, the third live stream we caught on time? Heck yeah. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Is there any way to fix a lining mistake in traditional art? You can. If you're working with really thick paper, you can get like an X-Acto knife or a razor blade and you can scrape the ink off of the page. Or you can put like whiteout or white paint over it, and if you're scanning it, like if it's really small, you can probably cover it up, but yeah. Scraping it off definitely helps. I have the basis of this comic I want to make and I'm really scared to start. Do you know what helps that fear? Just do it. It's always going to be scary because you haven't ever done it before. So just make it happen. Just start. If it helps, you can kind of like trick yourself and be like, I'm not going to show this to anyone. And like, just be like, I'm making this for me. No one has to see it kind of thing. It also helps to just go into it and instead of being like, man, I'm going to make the best comic ever, be like, I'm going to make the worst comic ever. I'm going in making crappy, terrible art. And that is my goal. And by the end, you'll probably like it. It is really hard, though. I definitely know that fear. I think... See, this is either going to really depress you or motivate you. But one thing that really helps me when I'm in a mood like that where I'm really scared to do something or start something is I think, like, life's really short.
Oh, no. I know where this is going.
Life is short. You're only going to be able to do comics for so long because they take a long time to make, and you're going to get slower as you get older. So just do it. Just make the thing happen. Time is of the essence. So yeah, either that's going to fill you with existential dread or it's really going to light a fire under your butt. So do with it what you will. I mean it in a good way, in a motivating way. Also, your story deserves to be out there and you've got good stuff to be told. If you have a story that you're passionate about, there's someone out there who wants to see it.
Here's a really long message from the past.
Oh dear.
June 2022, 2012.
Oh gosh.
Ursula.
Girl. You're finishing
Girl.
high school.
That's
Sorry.
it. That's it. That
A
was the
girl.
message. That's all you said. That's all that was exchanged.
Hoomst. Old memes. Oh jeez. Oh goodness.
Goodness grapes. You gonna comic? Yup. Okay, cool. I love you. I love you too. Girl, we should RP. We should. Which one? That's like every conversation we have.
You working on comics? Yep, we got RP. Hell yeah.
Who's Morrison?
Morrison?
Oh, the Diane and Radley RP. Ancient history.
Was Morrison the bad guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Morrison.
My brain was like, Mr. Morrison Truin.
Wait, Morrison might not be bad. Who's Morrison? Okay.
Did he work with Radley
at
the math building?
I think he might be the bad boy's son. Like the nepotism child who's not good at math but is at the accounting firm thing anyways.
Right. Okay.
Why is he crying?
Because he can't do math.
Oh, right.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
What?
He got married and now he's sad.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just trying to...
just reading an old RP.
Oh no, he's going to get married and his wife is missing.
Oh.
Okay, that's why he's crying. Okay,
that make
seems
you cry.
legit.
Yeah, it's a good reason to cry. You know what? You don't need a good reason to cry.
Yeah, you do in the 1950s.
Well, no. No.
He's a man, goddammit.
No, especially if you're a man. You don't need a reason to cry. It's okay to just cry.
You can only cry on your deathbed.
One tear.
A single tear.
Why
I
is
had
he
two.
crying? It startled me because I'm drawing someone crying. Oh no. We
Sorry.
know. We see all. In what order do you do your comic? Like sketch them all, line them all, color, etc. Or do you do a few pages at a time? I do them in batches. So like I'll do like 5 or 10 pages where I'll be like, I'm gonna sketch them all, and now I'm gonna line them all, and now I'm gonna color them all. Just because like I find that goes faster. Like doing them in batches helps. It's hard to do like all your one step, like sketching all of them and then penciling and then or penciling, inking all of them because it's like a lot of pages and you can get kind of like worn out, and sometimes you need to go to different steps to kind of like refresh your brain and feel like you're making progress. So but it's also hard to like do each page and finish it like in sequence, so you finish one page and then finish another page, because like it slows you down when you have to switch between different steps. So I find it's nice, like a small batch of pages, do all the sketching, and then you do all the inking, etc. is nice. I find thumbnailing I do in like large batches though, just because thumbnails are really easy to sketch. Sorry, Bones, what were you saying?
I was just saying that a pair of lesbians have entered the car now, and Diane thinks they're sisters.
Diane, no.
I mean, one is the sister of the guy who's crying. I mean, they both are, sorry. They're all siblings.
Totally not in love. Not in the
Yeah.
1950s.
No.
No. What a meme. More questions. Let me see. How do you decide on what angle to put your characters? I tend to do front view and it's boring. I'm not sure when to change it up. I think it depends on the emotion of the scene. Like, I don't know, what's like an interesting one? Like I think it depends on positioning, because like what's like a page with interesting stuff? A lot of mine I do tend to do like very front on, but
There's some drama happening. I didn't even know this drama. We hate a pair of friends right now that I never knew we had a beef with at some point.
oh dear. We're just having drama.
Yeah.
But like for example, so a lot of these are like front ways with head-on shots, but like I have them at like different like focus lengths. I don't know if it's focal length, but like different like measures of like closeness to the camera. So like I have one where it's like a very level shot of like Trixie just talking, and then there's like a close-up to like go in on her emotional state, and then there's like a really bird's eye view shot looking down at all of them because it's supposed to feel very like off kilter. I'm showing the whole group. It's ominous, like they're small in comparison to like the camera, and then there's like a reaction where it's just straight on. So yeah, so like it really depends on what mood you're going for, can tell you kind of what angle to put it at. If you're trying to show like a character being intimidating, it helps to draw them, put the camera down here and have the person like looked up at so they look big. If you're trying to make someone feel like small or they're scared, having the camera like above them and looking down at them can help. You can do Dutch angles, which is when things are kind of like skewed and off kilter, when you want things to feel like off kilter or like what's unsettling. And yeah. And also just play around with different, like, how close you are to your characters with the camera and stuff, because they can mean different things. I'd recommend looking at film. Look at comic stuff, honestly, but looking at film theory can also help, because I feel like there's more access to, like, people talking about film cinematography stuff. What else?
I'm writing Sovereign right now,
Oh my god, Sovereign.
apparently. I don't know why. Life, I guess. Sorry, I'm not paying attention like a really bad,
Gosh,
bad
Bones,
friend.
pay attention.
I'm just trying to find something interesting.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Like, who are these people? Why do we hate our friends right now?
Because we were in high school. Any tricks for making dynamic comic frames that look cool? I think it helps to pick like a focal panel, so kind of like what's the most important panel on your page, and kind of direct things around that. So like generally, not always, but generally like the focus panel will be the biggest. It'll take up the most space on the page. You can arrange things around it so that things are pointing towards it. With making cool panel stuff, like I'd say just like play around. Like make it weird, make it cool. Try new things and just see what works. Cause like I can't tell you, cause like the size and shape of your panel says a lot and is kind of dictated by like the contents of that panel, like what's happening in your story. So I can't give you an exact rule on like what to do in every case, but just like try different things. Try, if you're trying to make things feel like cramped and tight, you can use like really narrow paneling. If you're trying to make something feel like try making panels where you're looking at various things all at once. Like there's so much cool stuff you can do. Go grab references of like comic panels you really like and play around. How do you draw thighs? Too small or too big? I can never remember the exact proportions of like thighs. I think it's like a head and a half tall. Because generally, not always, but a good rule of thumb is like everything is measured off like the height of your character's head.
Hell yeah.
So like their like.
See, I added something.
Thank you. Thank you, Bones. Yeah, like, because each like section of the arm is supposed to be like one head tall. Like your hand, like laid out flat, is supposed to be like one head tall. No, it's the size of your face. It's not the size of your whole head. I think thighs are like a head and a half. Like I think your legs are supposed to be like 3 heads tall altogether.
Oh no.
Something like that. Torso's like 2 or 2.5 heads, something like that. I don't know. I think it's 2 heads because your fingers kind of end partway down your thigh, so.
This is a great conversation.
Oh dear. What?
Ursula says, "Hey girl," and I say, "I'm a homosexual."
Yeah. That's you still have those conversations.
It's true.
Why did I keep saying girl? Or I'm like, hey girl.
No, we both said it. We both go girl, girl, girl. It was our thing.
Okay, it was a meme.
Yeah. You're like, why am I misgendering Bones
Like,
so
right?
much?
I'm like, what?
No, we called everyone girl.
Okay.
It was gender neutral. It was like dude.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's how we should start every conversation. I should be like, hey, good morning. And you're like, I'm a homosexual.
It's true.
Other questions. How does one make cool backgrounds? I think I've done a whole video about drawing backgrounds.
She doesn't want to do backgrounds right now.
No. I'm sorry. Come again another day. Backgrounds is hard. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't loop it. No, cancel. Loop. There we go. I didn't loop our soundtrack. Yeah, backgrounds are hard. I would say practice your perspective. 'Cause like learning like 1 point and 2 point perspective is like pretty easy if you just practice your fundamentals and just try it out. Everything is boxes. That's what I always say, how to figure out perspective. Literally everything, you can make it into a box.
That's true.
So
make everything into a box. That's it. Now you've learned how to art.
You did it. You learned perspective.
You conceptualized the box.
I'm sorry, I'm not being very helpful on this one, but I do have a video. So if you
I'm
just...
being very useless.
So useless.
How do you shade?
How do you shade?
You throw shade like this. I can't. I'm sorry. Wow. That's interesting.
How do you shade? Study from life, as I say about everything. Study from actual actual people and photos, and in reality, base everything off that. Shading's hard. Like, what kind of shading are we talking about? Are we talking about doing like cross hatching? Are we talking about like rendering things? Are we talking about color? Because color can really change how you like shade things. Are we talking about really like simplified stylized shading like what I'm doing here? That's a big question. How do you cope with feeling overwhelmed by your comic? Chopping it up into little bits can help.
I found a good one.
What?
Okay. It starts. I was worried I was too hipster. Ursula replies, I think you're just a hep cat. And I say, that's me. So, what you up to now? And you reply, reading Cassie Clare.
No, nothing's changed.
You say, girl, this is terrible.
How dare I insult
Jace
my
is
queen.
missing, and they're gonna talk to fairies to find him, and there is lesbians. Yawn. One of them is at a party. One of them is part fairy, and they are the most lesbian. That's all I know about them. Everything else is uninteresting, except lesbians.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. You wrote Helen and Aileen, probably. Oh my god. Helen is the only character I care about because lesbians.
Well, I got that from your text.
Oh my god, that's amazing. This is terrible. Oh, that is funny. I also agree, you're still a hep cat.
Oh, thank you.
I guess choosing color. Oh, for the shading. When choosing colors, so shadows tend to be... Okay, first I would recommend avoiding shading with black. So if you're coloring, let's say, I don't know. Hold on, let me set this up. Let me set the stage.
Yeah, let's set the stage.
Oh shoot, I messed up. Don't look. Everyone turn away.
Turn away. Don't look.
Okay. So let's say Trixie's blue. Let's say that's her skin tone.
She a blue girl.
She's a blue
I'm
girl.
blue. Nobody, nobody.
So what you may be tempted to do is when shading is you take this color and you just add some black. So I just like pull it down into like the black and gray. And because like that's darker, like I added black, right? That's a shadow. But as you can see, that looks kind of gross. That is not a very pretty color to use as shadow.
What is a hep cat? I'm a hep cat.
Bones is a hep cat. So yeah, it's kind of gross looking. It doesn't look appealing. It's really gray. It's really muddy. I don't like it. And that is what a lot of that's like a beginner mistake when you're shading things, is you just like make it darker and grayer and you shade with black. What you should do, shadows tend to be more saturated. So that's the issue. People are desaturating, meaning they're adding gray, which makes things muddy. So what you should do is take the color, the base color, say, and saturate it. So make it, bring more color into it while also making it darker. So I'm going to use this like really saturated blue to shade things. As you can see, that looks a lot nicer. It's a lot prettier.
Beautiful.
Beauty. So yeah, so that's what I'd recommend, is your shadows should be really saturated. Highlights, so when things get lighter, they tend to get more desaturated. So if I'm adding a highlight, I can definitely go more into the gray, because that's how light works. I guess. Yeah. So that's it. That's my rant about shading.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Trying to find more amazing things to say, but currently you're having a moment. There's been some family drama. It's 1 a.m. You're crying. I'm consoling you.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
High school.
2012, when the world ended.
I love
everything else has just been a nightmare.
Yes. I love my family, but I love them so much more now that I don't live with them.
Ain't that just a freaking mood?
I'm
Though
sure
we're moving next to my family, so you better
That's
get used to
true.
them and like them.
Your
At least we
mom-
got a locked door. Well, I guess they have the keys. Damn,
No, they have the keys. They
we're
can come in.
screwed.
Yeah, but your mom like brings over cookies and
Will she?
cakes and stuff.
It's just gonna be a constant cookie exchange with you two.
I know. So the cats are keeping your stepdad out. We just have to get snakes, and your mom won't come in.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
There
we
we
have a
go.
lizard. We'll just set him free.
Just let him roam.
Mhm.
He tried to escape today. Our blue tongue skink, the lizard
I
who's
think
in the
he
tank
wanted
back
the
there.
food.
His little head popped out of the enclosure. He was like,
Trying
"Hello,
to climb over it.
food."
I need to let him out more, but I need to like get more confident holding him. Listen, I'm not a great lizard dad.
Okay,
I'm an okay lizard dad.
okay, lizard dad.
He's alive.
He's alive.
He's-
He's got a cool enclosure.
Thank you. I made it.
Yeah. It's got a little wall full of planters. It's got lots of dig space. He has a good time.
I just get blown away because of how hard writing is. And I'm like, damn, how does Bones even? This is so much work and thinking.
I still feel that way.
And then I said, I think I need to cry or something.
Oh no.
I don't think I got any friends. No.
Maybe it's because we were starting beef with our friends.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, it's also because it's 2012 and I'm ending high school. Not so much I'm
Oh.
ending high school. All my I graduated late,
Right.
so I was in school without my friends for like a year. But I worked out. I worked, and it was like a co-op position.
yeah.
But I was really sad, and I cried during my graduation because none of my friends were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad.
Mhm.
My sad backstory.
Aw. That's fair. Doo-doo-doo. Your style's so pretty. Thank you. Did you manage to get to a point where you can draw the proportions of a character consistently? It takes a lot of practice. It helps. Actually, making comics helps because it forces you to draw the same character over and over again, and you have to like focus on keeping them looking consistent. So yeah, make a comic. I'd also recommend making a turnaround sheet, so like drawing a character in proportion from like you can do like a whole bunch of like different angles drawing them. I usually just do like front, back, and side view just to understand my character and their proportions and understanding how they look in 3D.
Beefy Bones. I can only imagine that. It's pure fiction. I'm so dramatic. Okay,
So
like
dramatic.
I remain dramatic to this day, but Ursula's constantly trying to like pep me up, and I'm like, no, I'm a vampire. I must focus on the bleak, bleak future.
You were so dramatic.
I remain dramatic.
Because I was like, I'd say like, there was one that was funny.
What?
Oh, I was like, you always decide that like things are bad before they've even happened. Like, just give it a try. And you were like, no.
It's true.
Beefy vampire bones.
Beef fire.
Beef fire. Oh my god.
I thought you were sleeping, girl. Nah, I'm working on the comic. Gotta have these inks done before Sunday.
Man, I wish that was me. Now I'm like, nah, I'm gonna sleep.
Right? Like, every time we text, you're working.
That was also...
That's all you had to do.
Yeah, because I wasn't working then.
Yeah. Protein shakes.
What?
Protein shakes with, like, a mix of blood.
Oh.
Beef pyre.
Oh, I thought you were reading something.
No, sorry. We definitely weren't eating protein shakes.
It's like, when? Who? Who is she?
Who is she? I don't know her.
Did I tell you? So I was talking to my boss about moving, and he said, supposedly in London there's a strip joint called Beef.
Oh.
We were like, that is a horrible name.
Beef.
Because he was talking about how he only went through London once, and that was all he remembers.
Boppin'. I'm just trying to find more interesting things. I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys.
Gosh. You can ask more comment questions if you have them. We're happy to answer.
I think did you answer all their questions?
I don't know. Did I? Oh, I think I got cut off when I was talking about, like, what do you do when you're overwhelmed by a comic?
Oh, yeah, because I started talking.
Yes. So, if you're overwhelmed by working on your comic, I think it helps to, like, break it into chunks. So being like, breaking it into sections, whether it's, like, by scene or by chapter. Like, if your chapters are really long, doing it by scene probably helps. So then you're probably breaking it down to, like, 3 to 10 page chunks. Like that's doable. You could be like, this month I'm gonna do 5 pages. Like, that's great. But yeah, but don't expect yourself to do it all, like, super duper quick. Break it up. Set little deadlines and little goals. That really helps. One thing Bones and I do is, like, he always makes me, like, a progress chart. Where he'll lay out all the pages and I can check them off as I finish them, and it makes, like, a little pie chart. Where I can see kind of how much progress I've made, and that can be motivating and kind of help you see how much is left. How do you rate the start? Bones, how do you rate the start?
Go. Noom.
You
I don't know. Okay, start with the beginning.
Okay.
Wait, I'm answering the question.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, it depends on where you're at. If you don't have any comics, just go, okay? Just write into the end, because you can't find the beginning until you've reached the end.
There you go.
Because it's really hard to know if it's fitting until the end. And also, by the end, you're probably way better at writing. So
That's
then
true.
you can go back and fix the beginning. Because inevitably, you're probably going to start your comic way too early. Unless you're me, and then you'll start it way too late. And you'll need to, like, add beginnings. It really depends, because the beginning is usually, like, a reflection of the ending in a lot of ways. Unless, of course, you're doing, like, an ice monster, or just any prologue. The prologue can be different, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Don't bark at me. I let you
Because
out.
that's like, that can be a good way to plan your stories. You start with like, what's the end point? So like, if I want them to get to this point, where they should begin at like the far opposite of that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's all sorts of other, like, people will comment this on, like, stuff, like, videos we do, like, that there's other forms of, like, writing and plot methods, which is true
Yeah.
and fine, but, like, for the most part, like, most stories, Western stories, even, like, Eastern ones, too, there's, like, the 3-act structure. It's just a really good one. It's very versatile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though a lot of people at me like, this doesn't have the 3-act structure, and I'm like, boy, I can fit it.
Bones, how do you come up with character ideas?
I don't know. Characters? It really depends on why I'm making a character. Like, sometimes I'll just, like, write, like, for ideas. Like, I'll just put myself in, like, character shoes, and the character develops out from there. Other times, like, I might be, like, interested in, like, a certain motif. And other times, I might just need a cat to be holding this spear, and then they somehow become a main character. Because I just start fixating and fleshing this character out. And that's why Avo got way too big, because I decided to flesh out 77 characters at one point. But we've pared that down. But we're good now. I don't know. Was that a helpful answer? I don't know if it was.
I feel like I'm very stiff right now.
Need a massage?
Gotta massage out my little writing muscles. Writing
Okay,
muscles?
I'm
Drawing
gonna pay
muscles?
attention to you guys. I just need some water.
Okay. You can have some water as a treat. How do you make friends online if you're a hermit? It's hard. You do need to be able to reach out to people and start conversations, because it's a little unfair to expect people to come to you all the time. Sometimes you just gotta be brave and just message people and just be like, hey. It helps to, what I would recommend is joining our Discord server. There should be a link.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
There's a link down below where you can talk to people. You can just hop in the general chat. You can hop in, like, we have like places where you can discuss your comics or your writing, and you just talk. And people are always hanging out, always there to chat. And then if you meet cool people that you like, you can always just give them a little private message and say, hey, I think you're cool.
What hour is it in your country? There are many time zones. Our country is all sorts of hours right now, but
Yes.
in our province, it is 8 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah, we got a very big country.
When you're writing backstories for your characters, how do you write them down? Is it like bullet points of details, or do you write them up like short stories, or what? If I'm being actually pretty honest about backstories, I always do, like, the closest thing I get to writing outlines. Like, I have a huge problem where I keep a lot in my brain, and it's gonna suck when I get Alzheimer's and all of it's locked away and you guys don't have notes to finish 9 Point, but you know, sucks to suck, I guess.
We're at 87.
Wow, that's generous. What was I talking about?
Oh,
Memory loss.
what's the closest you come to an outline?
Oh yeah, the closest I come to an outline is I do what's the deal with this, and it can be a character, it can be a plot point, it can be anything, and I just write what's the deal with Fado, and then I start being like, Fado is a little dog with a little butt that doesn't have a tail, but it still wiggles for some reason. He chitters a bunch with his mouth. I don't know what his deal is. Why does he chitter with his mouth? Like, you just keep asking questions too. Like, you do explanations and then you find the questions you need to answer, and it's very chaotic, and I wouldn't recommend reading it because it doesn't make sense, but it's just how my brain like processes things out. Because you can be like, what's the deal with this plot point? Like, why isn't it working? It feels really slow. Why does it feel slow? I think it might feel slow because of this. Well, what can I do about that? Here's a possibility, and then I'll go through it, and then I'm like, but what if that's terrible? And you're like, well, what is another possibility? Is it this? And it just goes forever. And so I'm really bad at backstory stuff. I guess for like technicals, if I need to know like when events happen, I do spreadsheets, which are the exact opposite energy. They're very Virgo. Instead of like my chaotic, why does my voice leave me when I need it most? But like, oh my god, but like yeah, like I'll do a spreadsheet, and I'll start when the character is born and like pull down until their current age and line everyone up. I needed that with Magpie because there's like so many like parents and stuff. I absolutely need it with 9 Point. 9 Point is ridiculous. I have like an alpha timeline that shows like the major time skips and characters along its axis, and then I have one for kind of like each volume, because the volumes will span like a year or so, and I need to know where everyone is in what month and whatnot.
That's wild.
I don't touch spreadsheet unless I'm at work. Listen, spreadsheet is life.
Spreadsheet can be friend.
Spreadsheet. Oh, I was showing all the people on Patreon my different, like, my many different Virgo moments. I'm not a Virgo. I'm really not a Virgo. This is not Virgo. Virgos wouldn't do this nonsense.
No.
I want to show you guys.
Theirs would be less feral.
Can I show them?
Sure.
I need the computer
Do you
for a
need to
bit.
scoot out of here?
Yeah, you can draw for a little bit, and then I'll switch you off.
Goodbye.
Hello? Hello? Oh no, it's me. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
it's
no,
like
it's
I'm at
me.
therapy. You can see my face. It's like the only time I'm on camera. Not when I YouTube. Okay. I need to open up Illustrator. Right. Okay. This is like the one that is like the ultimate example of my problems.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna wait, how do you zoom out on Illustrator? None of it's working. Oh, did I kill the computer?
Move the my drawing thing. Yeah, there's a dialogue that you've opened.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, now I can resize it to
There
a
we
better
go.
proportion. I'm overwhelmed. You guys are about to be too. I just need to like throw Ursula. Will it be? Yeah. Okay.
Get her out of here.
Okay, I can do it. I can do this, guys. Okay, Ursula, you can talk as I...
Hello. Okay, Bones is setting up this thing, so I will chit chat. Hello, new people. Welcome. I wanted to say that I already finished the comic I was doing, and someday I'll join your Patreon and get critiqued by you guys. Heck, get in here. We'll critique you. That's a great moment to advertise. If you would like your artwork or writing or your comic critiqued by Bones McKay and
Yeah.
Ursula Gray, you can sign up for our $8 tier on Patreon. And every month we will look at your stuff and give you
what
feedback.
did I do?
What
Illustrator.
did you do?
Okay. Me. What?
What have you done?
I made 2 of them.
Oh, oh whoa.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is happening?
Help.
What is happening?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh, did I make a display capture?
Or
Oh,
did you?
okay.
Oops.
How do you do a little?
Chaos.
Be gone. What? Why won't it leave?
Uh-oh.
Yes, remove it. Get it out of here.
There you go.
Okay.
Noise.
Noise. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see this chaos.
All right. So this is my first chaotic thing that I have created. So this is some 9-point stuff. I need to see the chat. Let me pop it out. Okay. There we go. Now I can see you. So this is 9 points. This is my pedigree chart for 9 points. So it's very intense. So this is the entire royal family leading back to like some things. Was that Bones? Sorry, if I'm late. I've never seen your face before.
What?
You're beautiful, sir. Oh, thank you.
Oops.
Bones seriously made a whole family tree like that. It gets worse. You don't even know. So so here we go. Like I named each of them and I kind of put like a time for each of them as well. But it gets worse. So I went down and here is where I tracked the long fur gene. With that, I tracked the albinism gene with that, the gloved gene, spots, white spotting, dilution, agouti, orange, black, and then I, from there, figured out the phenotypes of each kitten in the tree. So all the way up is all of that. And then I showed this by accident. I added a picture to that fits each type of phenotype so
Oh,
that you
Bones.
could actually see it.
Bones.
What?
Doing the little bit of Pelosa of thing. No, don't do it more.
You Punnett squared them all? I did. I Punnett squared so hard.
Oh,
I did
dear.
it.
He
So
did
here's
it.
like Princess Lace and Ice. Well, it started originally with I needed to know what King Mittens' genes were. I needed to know in order to determine if Lace could be like. Well, I needed to know what his genes were. Like I wanted Lace to be a white cat, and I wanted Ice to be a black cat, and their mom was also a white cat, so I needed to like track that all back and figure it out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love all the little pictures you have for all of the cats.
I love.
It makes me so happy.
My favorite thing is like going back through like the kings and
I love
queens.
all their names too.
Oh yes. So we've got King Fluffy and Queen Socks. I don't know what King Cosmo is. It's probably something really rare. A
Oh.
chocolate lynx point with white long hair. Oh yeah, I probably couldn't find that
Yeah.
specifically.
That's very specific.
That's Queen Winter and King Cosmo.
I'm horrified, but also mad respect.
King Bluebell and Queen Maple here. Queen Maple is a skill point,
Oh,
I believe, or a chocolate point. Let's see. Yeah, chocolate points, but with spots. So yeah, that's still a pointed cat. Still has magic. I don't know what king. What king is this? King Bluebell? What is he? What's his deal? What are you?
Is he
A
a...
fawn point
Oh.
lynx, a fawn lynx point. Oh, that's amazing.
It's adorable.
I love me some cat jeans. Crystal and Dust.
But how would they wear jeans?
I don't know. Imagine for yourself. Oh, he looks like Mittens.
Oh yeah.
This one looks like Lear.
That's just Lear with
That
little
one-
socks.
Lear with little mittens on. A mittened Lear. Queen Iris and King Carrot.
Pink carrots. See, I love the name.
It goes forever, guys. King Cinder and Queen Summer. I mean, we could just go through the names if you want. King Charcoal, Queen Feather. Bartleby.
Violet.
Oh, Violet. Oh, and King
Cedar
Caramel and
Storm.
Queen Dusk.
Oh.
Okay. Ginger Snap and Grace. Pudding.
Wolfbane.
Brandy.
Blueberry.
Howl. Luster. Flurry. Sprinkle. Forest.
Oh.
Periwinkle. Fromage. What's Fromage? What do you look
Is he
like?
a flame point?
Oh my god, I think
No.
he might be a cream point.
Oh my god. Fromage.
Yes, he's a cream point.
Watch the cream.
Fromage. Storm, Cheddar, or Cedar, not Cheddar.
The Cat Knight comic is genetically accurate.
It do be. I always, for the extras when we're making families in the background and stuff, I like to do Punnett squares so that the children all match up with their parents.
Heck yes.
Also to determine whether or not they'd have a lot of like calico potential. Because
Mhm.
like sometimes like a mother-father pair can't have a non-calico. I mean, they could. And if I fudge it up, you know, nature also does that stuff too. So I really wish you could have explained this a month ago. I'm writing down so I can have some really cute cat names. Perfect. Moxie, Duchess, No Name. Oh, that's probably calico.
Calico?
Yeah, that'd be a calico.
Yep.
Look at this baby who
Oh,
died.
I know, you use like little kittens for all the calicos because they don't live very long.
Yeah, they don't live long. Not in 9 Point.
Oh no.
Emerald Bean. Bean the seal.
No. Cardamom.
Cardamom, Misha, Nog, Pearl, Handsome. Pearl and Handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, he is
He
handsome.
do be.
Is he? Lynx Sapia, Lynx
Ooh.
with gloves. Wow,
Pretty.
that's fancy. No wonder he's handsome.
We love
Sky and Pumpkin.
Bones' hobby is just being extra.
We're not done.
Oh
Okay,
gosh.
okay,
The Spot Muffin.
okay, we'll get through these.
Prince Muffin.
Blossom and Silk.
King Bluebell.
Bluebell
Queen
and Maple.
Maple.
Sugar.
Sugar Shell.
Pumpkin and Sky had a kitten named Sugar. Sugar and Shell.
Bandit.
Bandit and Hazel.
Oh.
Apple and Vanilla.
Oh. Delicious.
Frost and Midnight. Jasper. Dandelion. Blizzard. Queen Winter. King Cosmo.
King Cosmo.
Velvet. Spice. One thing, I apparently gave siblings to some people that I didn't expect.
Oh.
Mitten Cotton and King Fluffy. Queen Socks. Cotton. Ashes. No Name.
Oh.
Oh, respect to the calico here. Look at that
Oh.
baby. That's
I love
dead.
Calico so much, guys. You don't understand.
Cider. Yeah, Queen Snow has a sibling named Sunny. Has a brother.
Oh.
And Mittens has a sister and brother named Marshmallow and Crinoline.
Crinoline. What kind of name is that?
King Mittens' mom is named Socks.
Oh.
I love how these royals have cutesy names. Hell yeah, they do.
Yes.
Ice and Lace. All of 9 Point characters have very cutesy names. I give them all like cat names.
All the cats are horrible. They are the worst
We're
ever.
gonna get even more extra.
Oh dear.
We gotta open Photoshop for that though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna show the other thing I got really extra about. I can't show you the timeline because it'd be major spoilers, but just imagine it as extra as this. all that
It's-
you've seen.
It's very extra, let me tell you.
I'm so extra. I'm too much.
Bones McKay.
Okay, so we need to window capture. Not display. We gotta go window. Okay. Okay, window capture. Not reflector. We already got that up there. Okay, this is my pride and joy. Let me size it down for you. This took me like forever. So I invented a measuring system. So the first thing I did was I invented a measuring system for I gotta remember how to how do you slide? Go sideways. I don't know. Whatever. So I invented a measuring system. So these are paws. They're about 20 centimeters each. And what I did was I went through the average sizes of all animals and then kind of created a scale where the smaller animals could get larger, so that would be like they'd be like sized down but not like their actual size, because I wanted like mice to be like maybe like this tall in 9 Point. I didn't want them to be this tall, but I wanted everything to be kind of proportional to like reality and whatnot. So that's what I did here, and let me show you how that works. So I have one for every animal listed here. So like black bear, that the dark one is the higher range, and the blue is like the lower range of each. And then there's like brown bear, which actually has a lot of variants. Polar bear. Length.
We used to have this on our wall, by the way.
Yeah.
Bones made the chart in real life. We had to take it down because we're moving, but
Yeah.
it was cool.
I'm gonna make it again.
Heck yeah. We should paint it.
Look at the bats. The bats are so small. That's a hoary bat, a big-eared bat, spotted bats, pika, pika pika. That's actually a good way to solve anthropomorphic size difference issues. It was good, but it was difficult.
Yeah.
And I also what I'll do as Ursula makes characters is I'll input them. So some of them end up looking a little wonky, but you get kind of like the size of them. So here's like the raccoon bullies compared to Marble. Here's Puff. He's shorter than Marble. Matches.
Matches.
And I can just like slide them
His
on.
dad is so tiny compared to him.
He's so tiny. There's Lace. See, there's some kind of scaling problems. That happen. But it's just so like I can like show Ursula how big the character is.
Mitzi.
Oh my god, this is Mitzi in the first chapter compared to Marble.
Oh,
She was shorter.
she baby.
I also for when I'm like aging characters down, I have an average ruler that I'll size down to match their adult height, and it gives me kind of an idea of like how tall they'd be at different ages, because you grow a lot in certain areas on average. So this one's for like AFAB, and then like this one is male. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter that one's taller than the other because I scale them depending on what they're needed. I'm living for this dream. Bless. Thank you. I appreciate the little detail y'all put into your world. It's just because I get really bored because Ursula takes like years to make things. So I'm in the background being like, yes, a muskrat is this tall.
Get you a writer who does all the legwork on the world building.
That average ruler looks really useful. It is. I based it. I just used the human average like size gradient ruler to determine, and then I just will match it up to whatever. Beavers ended up being way bigger than we thought. Like
I
these
thought beavers were tiny.
beavers are actually really big, and so they don't scale well. So like that's kind of what I do with Ursula's designs. Is if I put them in here and they look like this, it's like, okay, we're having some size issues here.
Yes, because sometimes, because when I was drawing these extras, these are like background characters. I was like, I don't know how big they are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
it's
we
a
have the
little
Hyper.
scuffed in the first chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll get better. We'll get there.
Look
See,
at the
like,
voles.
I love the
They're
voles.
so small.
They're itty bitty. See, like, it's so helpful having Bones do all this stuff because, like, I wouldn't have done this if I was just left in charge of the visuals.
She's so small.
She itty
Look at
bitty.
Ice and Lace.
Oh, this is yours.
Matches.
Matches.
Yeah, it's have fun.
Oh, Pepper.
Pepper.
We
Mitzi.
stand Pepper.
Yeah. Those skunks were very cool looking. They were. There's lots of like cool characters are still designed for background.
I love background characters because you just get to make up a story for them and like it doesn't matter. Because
I love how
like
tiny the mouse is.
I love him. That guy, he's like a knight. He's going on his own little mouse knight
Look at
adventure.
these little mice. I love it so much. I'm so glad like I made this little height difference thing.
See, those skunks are boyfriends.
Porcupine. Those mice are boyfriends?
Oh, the skunks.
Oh, the skunks.
They're little boyfriends who go off and find valuables to trade.
I also like made like cultures for like each different animal and like I did a lot of research for no reason, but you know. Can I split myself into two people so one of me can do this while the other one draws the actual comic? If only, right?
Right.
Look at the chipmunks, they're so small.
I love the chipmunks.
It's so much fun. And then squirrels end up being like a bit taller.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of math that was involved.
I love that
The
possum.
shrew is so small.
The shrew.
The
Right?
possum.
The possum.
Oh, right, because she's like an artist, right?
She's like an artist with all her babies.
Yeah, well, artist opossum. I think if you split yourself, you may not be able to do anything afterwards. It's true. You might have little issues there. Yeah. So that's what I did. I need to add some actually because I've decided to add seals to 9 point as
yeah?
anthros. Yeah, because I debated this for a while because the way that 9 point works is I decided that every mammal that is not an ungulate is an anthro in 9 point. So like birds and stuff remain the same and like lizards and stuff remain the same. But every like non-ungulate mammal is a little guy. And the reason I did that was because I wanted the cats to ride upon elk because I just thought that was cool.
That is
And
cool as heck.
I decided to just make a nice consistent rule. I also wanted like there to be large animals that the carnivores could eat so I could avoid the cannibalism thing. Not that I avoided the cannibalism thing entirely by any means whatsoever. I just didn't want like a Beasters universe entirely. Like I wanted them to be able to like slightly more ethically eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ungulates are like hooved mammals, but they're also whales, right? Whales are also ungulates, I believe.
That's wild.
Are they?
Are they?
They're not ungulates, are they?
I don't know.
Wait, I'm just speaking out of my butt.
Gosh.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't speaking out of my ass. Okay, yes, they are ungulates.
Are they?
Yeah, because they're related to like. Oh my god, how do I explain? Like, they just are.
Yeah, they probably split off from the same animal, right?
Well, yeah, if you look at a whale, it has paws.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have like hands in their fins. Yes. Because most like, yeah. Anyways, so yeah. But seals aren't. So I've decided that maybe seals could be animal, like not animals, like anthros, and then I could have merfolk.
Yes.
And I was like, hell yeah, for furry merfolk. where the anthro whale's at. We can't. It wouldn't be anthro whales because it doesn't fit within the guidelines.
They're ungulates.
So
remember?
I saved myself. I don't have to figure out how to make whales into characters.
We got seals.
Yeah,
Cool.
which I think would be neat.
That
I
would
don't
be
know
neat.
how many of these characters like I'll actually get to like hang out with. I'll close my thing though.
I know. How will we include them? But we'll see.
All right, I'll give you guys Ursula back.
Give me back.
But yeah, that's how wild I get.
Barrel. Monica's just sleeping. I'm back. Hello. Okay. Let's get settled back in. Figure out my screen that got all shuffled about.
I just want you to know
Yes.
that as a writer, I only ever do large amount of planning for superfluous tat.
Superfluous tat.
Yes. I never plan this much for writing the actual story and the characters and whatnot in the story. Like, you're never going to find me doing like an entire biography of a character with that much detail.
Right.
Because it doesn't give me as much room to be flexible, whereas I find world building stuff gives me places to jump off of. Because like knowing how big different animals are, like I can start informing like certain ideas, basically.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because, yeah. You don't want to get stuck with, like, your story doesn't work because you had this really specific background thing that now doesn't work for the story that you spent hours on.
Yeah, basically. I like the discovery writing thing.
Yeah, true. You know what? There's no wrong way to write and plan your stuff.
Yes, there is. Whatever you are doing.
Me?
Not you. Whoever feels most attacked by that, you're doing it wrong.
You. Oh, no.
Non-specifically you.
Hello, Chrissy.
So we got a copyright claim. Not a strike on the channel, but like someone claimed this music and it wasn't the song at all. No. Yeah, whatever. It wasn't while we were talking, it was just like during our like intro-y thing. Wow, rude. I know.
Right?
So I did like an appeal and maybe that'll be good. But
Maybe.
until then, someone's taking part of our money for no reason. It's basically. At what point do you decide to actually start development on a story? Like, you may have hundreds of ideas, but what makes you decide to turn one into a story? I have no clue. It's basically what Ursula said. I'm gonna die. Like, I need to get these stories out of me at some point. So, Godspeed, let's do this.
I mean, like,
Whatever's most fun.
honestly, yeah.
And not even whatever's most fun entirely. Work on whatever's most fun. And then if you're leaving projects like halfway done, like 50% done, you got to finish one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, also, it's the ones you're most excited with and the one you've put the most, not work into, but most progress towards completion. Because you can put tons of work into something that only has one page, but you can also have something that's like 70% done and just do the rest.
Yeah.
9-point lore PDF. Man, I wrote an entire book and I need to hire someone to draw it because Ursula does not have the time for this.
I do not.
Maybe when 9-point's like super famous, right? When everyone is like all about 9-point because we've gotten more than 2 issues out. We're clamoring when they're clamoring for the lore. We can work this out.
Yes.
But until then,
Sorry.
I've posted a lot of it in the Discord channels. Yeah, I've leaked it. It got leaked in the 9 Point Discord channels. So.
Leaked.
Leaked by me.
My bones.
Like 10,000 words of writing. I also have like tons of like notes for just myself on 9 Point world building. I don't know how much like it's gonna be like completely different than like. Okay, what are my personal notes? Like, how many words have I put into personal 9 Point notes versus how many have I put into the outline? It's the real question. I also delete outlines all the time, whereas I keep notes. So, okay, I did 7,500 words of like notes to myself on 9 Point world building, not including the guide to 9 Point, which is big.
Big.
I did some basic. Okay, no, I think a lot of the guide to 9 Point stuff is actually in here. Very cool. My outline is 300 words right now. So, it's better than my usual. Ursula made a lot of progress while we were gone.
She did.
Is she gonna finish soon?
I have 2 pages. I mean, I guess I could work on one of them. Like, it's not super spoilery. I just don't want to work on part of it because it's got like a very violent silhouette happening on it. But
Violent silhouette. What?
because it's listing the different rules of Pinewood.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would be a very violent silhouette.
I can work on the other silhouettes.
Yeah, that's fair. My face is a violent silhouette. I was literally scripting my comic book when I saw this in my recommended. Hello.
Hello.
I hope you're enjoying working on your comic.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna be here for a good long while. We can keep you company.
Heck yes. We'll be here while you do your work. Violent silhouettes. Listen, it's a horror comic. I can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Rereading Magpie, I'm like, oh girl, what's wrong with you?
Girl.
Who hurt you? Me at me. Do do do. Do do. Booba doo 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 doo.
Working on a logo. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Why wouldn't it? Comics need logos. Lots of things need logos. How long will the stream last? Eternity. It never ends. Any tips on making a comic while also managing school? If you're in college, focus on college because you're probably paying to be there.
Make friends.
Make friends.
That's the main reason you go to college.
Yes. If you're doing like high school or like not post-secondary, anything before post-secondary, then I mean, I work like a full-time job, which is like basically school hours.
But it's a cushy full-time job and you don't have homework.
That's true. I don't have homework. So like if doing post-secondary and like getting into college is really important to you, I would recommend focusing on your schoolwork, obviously.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in
Haha,
school.
yeah, totally. I agree. Totally reading these logs makes me think I really should have stayed in school as long as I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a job out of it, so
That's true.
it all worked out.
It worked out. But basically, like, even just doing like half an hour of comic work every night, or like most nights, that's still like a lot. So just be proud of any progress you make. I mean, we started our comics in high school. Like, and whenever I wasn't doing homework, I'd just be working on my comic. Yeah, just don't be hard on yourself if you don't get like as much as you want done, because you're balancing a lot of things there. But yeah, just set a timer, do like half an hour, a couple times a week, and you'll get a lot done.
You're constantly going to the dentist.
I went to the dentist a lot. Like, this is why I hate dentists. I never want to go again.
Like every time I open one of these, you're like, oh, dentist. Maybe you're just like scared of them, like constantly worrying about them.
Basically. I just never have a good time when I go to the dentist. Even when I went to the nice dentist, I cried.
Oh my god, back when I watched that guy with the glasses all the time.
Oh gosh.
We all living in 2012. Ugh. I mean, you know what? There's tons of people like I watched on that, and I watched Lindsay Ellis there,
That's true.
and I continue watching her, and I enjoy that. So
Heck yeah.
worked out.
True.
It's quite a good. There's a good lot of reviewers that came out of that, like good YouTubers.
That's true.
Even though, man, the drama.
The drama.
Working on Zoltar and Eris pages. Hell yeah.
Oh my god. I thought you were reading chat. I was like, who? Whomst?
At least chocolate won't cause lizard failure.
Lizard failure.
I know what that said. I just it came out as lizard. Lizards came out of my mouth.
Oh my goodness. I would watch the Eternity stream. Oh man, I really want to do a 24-hour stream.
Didn't we say we were gonna do one at some point?
Yeah, should do that.
But we have to be in our new house.
We do. We have to be at our new house. We'll do it though. We'll do a 24-hour stream. It'll be glorious.
Oh, it's me talking about the old Sovereign draft. So many characters lost to time.
I know.
I was thinking that I need to do because we're making fun of all your stuff. We need to make fun of my old writing at some point.
You're right.
Like we read Glitter Avo, but maybe we should like once it's out in the world, we should do the Glitter Avo.
Yes.
Should draw it.
Yes.
You just gotta do thumbnail sketch level stuff.
Yeah.
I think people would enjoy that.
I think so. We should do that.
How do you decide to format your panels? Why is it called Avo? I have no clue, but it's just something that got stuck in my head. Avo is like the name of like the goddess that is like the main one of all of them. The great goddess Avo.
For formatting your panels, I
You
already
might
did a big
notice
rant
that
about
our
that.
you might notice that our YouTube channel, like our shortened tag, is Darkened Avo. So it's been in my life a long time.
Yes.
Darkened Avo refers to something that I have no clue. Corrupted, probably. Something like that. Oh, I'm remembering things. But
Oh no, it's all flooding back.
it's all coming. Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Just run my glasses over your guys' ears. Bum, bum, bum.
I thought one of those pencil lines was a hair on my screen. Oh no.
Pencil.
Pencil.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, I assumed Darkened Avo was like a big plot event.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm on a different thing. Freya from frick, what's that thing called? Frickin' Sovereign. Freya from Sovereign is half dark mage and half light.
Oh.
So they canceled out and she has no powers.
Oh, Sovereign.
But it's also just, yeah, so she is related to a mage family.
Okay.
You even ask right there, you're like, oh, so that's why she got witchy magic? And I'm like, no. Oh my god, I forgot there was Elias is named after a guy named Elias.
Oh my god, I forgot there was gonna be an old man named Elias.
Old man Elias. Oh my god. Who taught Freya about magic.
Oh, right. Didn't he die helping, like, Elias be born?
Maybe? I don't know. I know he helped Elias be born.
Yeah. Oh my god.
2 Eliases is too many Eliases. There's Elias and there is old Elias, Elias, and not Elias. Sovereign was terrible for that.
Oh, for real. That's why he had to die.
There can be only one. Basil would be cute, but he lacks an umbrella. I don't know what this means.
What? Whomst.
Oh, right. Zoltar doesn't like the rain because he's a fire mage.
Oh, you're right.
He's very miserable about it.
Is there ever a scene with rain
No.
in Sovereign?
We never get into like how the mages are actually kind of like affected by like their elements and stuff
I
either.
know. Like,
'Cause,
it never
like-
comes back after Elias is like, doesn't like being in the sun.
Yeah, because they have trouble tolerating the sun, and Crossian's very nervous in the dark.
Oh, right.
He can't see in the dark very well. Got to make his light.
Yes. I love Sovereign. It's so dumb. I love it.
And then we just bust into an RP. Want to try something new? Oh, okay. We just start a new RP.
Heck yeah.
It doesn't even go anywhere because I don't remember this one at all. I hate how we used to RP with just text
Hmm.
because it's so hard to go back and read.
Yeah. It do be.
Whereas like reading our text-based RPs, like our like prose-based, are like so much more fun.
Yeah.
That's my pro tip to all of you.
Yeah.
Do prose RPs.
Read out paragraphs.
Because we'd always just like, we'd get so confused about what the action was.
Right.
Though it does help when you're doing dialogue to go fast.
That's true. Sometimes you do need things to just go along real quick.
Because sometimes you get too precious about that stuff.
Yeah. I know that was something that like I used to worry about all the time. I think it's still like a pet peeve a lot of like RPers have where like your partner writes out this big long paragraph and your reply is really short. And
Mhm.
sometimes you just don't have a lot to say and you just want it to go quickly.
Other times you are avoiding a reply, and I know.
Listen, I have anxiety.
You're like, it's cool. I'm like, it's a great reply. Working on the comic, you.
Man, young Ursula.
Every time we start a conversation, it goes, hey girl, sup, working on the comic. I'm still in 2012. I wonder if we start like changing how we speak at some point.
Hell no.
I think we should play RP lackadaisically. Let me get my lax face on. Good. Hee hee. This isn't my lax face. What about this one? Very good.
Oh my gosh.
We were doing different emotes.
We're such dorks. Does anyone die in Sovereign other than the soldiers who fell off the cables in chapter 2?
Doesn't Olivia die?
Yeah, the villain dies.
She gets,
Spoilers.
he gets murked. What are we doing?
You think there's too much Elias? Let's count the Roberts. Exactly.
Listen, how many Roberts? Only 3.
Yes.
Okay, so we forget about Zoltar's backstory, where like he was engaged to marry that one girl, because they're all they're all engaged to like marry their cousin, basically. That's
the part of Sovereign we don't talk about.
listen, okay, because there's 2 kingdoms, and each kingdom has 2 heirs, and they marry the opposite heirs, and
They're super inbred.
well, it's not entirely that, because if there's 2 male heirs, they still have to
Oh.
marry,
You're right.
and then they go on to have a polycule with another mage.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it does get diverse sometimes.
Yeah,
I get a bit of new blood.
yeah, exactly.
But I figured when I remember when I was coming up with this, I was like, it's like Europe.
Like Europe. Yeah, I mean, true. That's what I thought too. Also, okay, so anyways, Zoltar was supposed to marry Bennett, and he doesn't like her because he's 10, and she rips up his like book at one point.
Oh right.
I don't even know if she did it like on purpose. Like, I think she was trying to take it from him, and it ripped because he liked the Amazing Zoltar book, because
Yes.
it was about a rabbit who didn't fit in, and Zoltar related, and then he bites her and runs away
Never returned.
and never returns. He went to a circus, and then he just kept running from there. running.
That's his whole thing.
It's not as sad as Robert's backstory.
No, Roberts is really sad.
Because Robert also runs away to the circus, because she runs away and meets Zoltar there, and she falls madly in love with him. They are both like 10
Babies. Yeah.
babies, yeah. And he at some point ends up leaving because like he's getting looked for, because he is the the prince, basically, right?
Yeah.
And he leaves and doesn't even care to bring Robert with him. He calls her Robert because he misses his brother, and just gives her the nickname Robert in his stead, and she keeps it because she, again, madly in love with Zoltar. And she is then lonely and goes back to her home, and she ran away from home because her mother was sick and she didn't want to be there because it was sad. And she comes back and her mom is dead, and her brother is really upset with her for leaving.
Yeah. That's so sad.
I don't know how old they are when each of these things happens, but not as bad. Okay,
Sovereign is deeply concerning. I agree.
I too would never forgive someone for ripping my book. Exactly. Zoltar never forgets. Yeah. I don't know at what point Zoltar got like his other tattoos, because he'd need to get them.
Oh, you're right. He'd have to get all his tattoos. Because you get your final one at like 16 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely doesn't have that one, because Olivia doesn't have one either.
That's
Because the
true.
final tattoo is the ambassador one.
Right. Yeah, the royal one.
I mean, Zoltar probably has enough tattoos at whatever point. Because you can't have too many tattoos, or all your magic would go out and you'd die. Zoltar is 26.
Oh my god, he's my age.
Yeah, he's our age. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I loved it when I was talking on. I was reading these, and I was saying that Ro is better than me. He's like more cool, and current me was like, Ro's not cooler than me. And then Small Bones went on to say like, Small Ursula went on to say like, well, he's got 10 years on you, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting closer and closer to whatever age Ro is. Because if I was 19, he must be like, like 29 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I can buy for Ro.
Yeah.
I don't know
so-
entirely how old he is.
Yeah, I imagined he's like 30s, early 30s, late 20s type thing.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Zoltar is 26, Jesus Christ. Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way? I would have thought he was early 30s at least. Zoltar? No, he's in his 20s. He's fine. He's just bedraggled.
Exactly. He's been living on the streets.
When he was 20, he kidnapped a child.
What did you do when you were 20?
The beard threw me off. I have a beard. I'm 26. I have more of a beard than Zoltar.
What kills me is Raelle like 21 or something?
23.
23. But
She's
still, she's such a baby. My brother had a beard since he was 16.
cartoon beard, no. Cartoon. I always put beards on cartoon boys.
Mm. Oh, I'd agree. He has like a shapely jaw. He doesn't have the anime face.
Yeah, that's
So-
why. Yeah, because anime moves.
Yes.
I get it. He looks like he could be Dennis. Right?
Yeah.
But that's just because he's weathered.
Yes.
He's a weathered lad.
What kills me? So Bones has been playing Tales of Vesperia,
Yeah.
which brings us back because you were playing that when we were working on Sovereign.
Yes.
And all the characters in it, it's like a JRPG thing where all the characters are like 10 years younger than they should be.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like they'll call a character an old man and he's like 28.
The reason Zoltar has a face like that's different is because I designed him,
Yes.
and Ursula had same face syndrome at the time, and so everyone just had the same anime face except Zoltar because he was like, no. I had a very specific look
Yes.
in my mind, though there is a picture of Zoltar with anime face
Yes.
that exists.
The original designs for Zoltar, he has very anime face.
Well, like, it's not even original design. It was just you draw him for me like you draw Lul for me.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, like you draw him for me for presents and things.
Yes.
And then I was like, what if we made a comic?
What then?
Zoltar's breed was different. Moody young Ursula. Yeah, she was moody.
She was. That girl do be moody.
It's Terios and Ulrich. Okay, so they were engaged. They were the two wind mages, and they were just bros who get married.
Heck yeah.
They were both like 16-ish,
Yeah.
but their parents are alive, so they don't have to be like ambassadors at this point. Not even alive, like they're still young, I guess.
Yeah.
Rip to y'all, but I'm different. Here's a question: where are Elias's grandparents?
Huh. Well, they also died
I guess they did.
in the same ship crash. Listen.
Rip to y'all, but I'm different. Zoltar 2013. You know what's weird?
What?
Rizzo's 21
Dude.
and Evan's 18.
Dude, I can believe that though for those two.
Okay, Evan I can believe. Zoltar. Rizzo too.
Yeah.
Guys, Dylan is 6.
He baby. Need to make this look more like a pregnant belly.
Pregnant. Gotta get your references.
Dude.
Pregnancy. Fan Expo.
Oh my god, Fan Expo. Remember when cons existed?
Oh God, remember when anything existed? I don't remember the before times.
Mm-mm.
I just remembered I zoomed past Pretty Mouth in a day and don't remember anything. That is me with Mad Men, because apparently I watched the entire show and I have no memory of it. Hey, honey pie. Hey, sugar bum. Sup?
All our nicknames we had for each other.
How's comicking? Have you seen Mr. Morrison? He's beautiful. No, what? That beautiful mustache? Past Bones, holding out. Give me a picture. Oh my god, Loke.
Oh, Loke. He was a pirate, right?
Bandit?
Right.
Didn't Rael's dad kill his parents?
I
Or
think
something?
so. Something like that.
Sovereign was the dead parents.
Very YA.
Yeah. Eris's dad's dead. Right. Because he has, like, all his brothers.
Yeah.
Because he has, like, 4 brothers, I think? And his mom, who knitted his scarf.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Eris has a big family. He just got kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly.
What music are we listening to? So we're listening to a bunch of albums by Patricia Taxon. She does good music. And it's all on YouTube.
Forbidden Sovereign lore. Yes.
I'm proud of you for working, Lisa. Powerful.
Oh my god, I remember when we were... I actually remember when we didn't like our friends. It's reoccurring to me.
Oh no.
Some of these rants. Oh yeah, because we used to, like, when we were RPing Radley Adams, great RP, by the way. Don't want to write it because it's all based on math. And
I could never.
I could never. But when we were doing that, we used to just walk alone at recess. Recess. What is it? Lunch break.
Yeah.
For adults. Sophisticated teens with their lunch break, not their recess.
Hell no.
But yeah, we just walk alone in RP that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heck.
I love hearing about people's old stories. It's fun to look back and see how much you've progressed. For real.
Totally.
Radley's just my favorite because he's just a little sweet bean. He's me but extreme. He's got like selective mutism,
Yes.
so he doesn't talk to most people. He just like locks up. He's got that so much intense anxiety around it that his throat do not make sound.
It's in no.
And when he does talk, he has a stutter. And he's only ever really talked to his mom and his wife.
Oh right.
Yes.
Yes.
Because he started by talking to his wife with, like, letters.
All right. Him and his wife are so cute.
Yes, they were super adorable.
10 out of 10.
I would just, if I was ever to do anything, I would just write, like, little OC comics with them. Just
Yes.
being adorable.
Exactly.
She was very southern.
Yes.
And he did a bit of sign language, but he didn't, like, because he's so anxious about, like, communicating. Like, it wasn't so much, like, because even, like, speaking with sign language would be difficult for him because he doesn't want to be understood entirely. Plausible deniability. He pantomimed a lot. Zoltar, you beautiful man. I love it when we're RPing and then suddenly we just are talking, but we're doing it in like out of character chat, so we have like we have parentheses around everything, but we go for like a whole
Yes.
ordeal.
I think I've inked everything I can on stream.
Damn.
I know. I know.
Don't you have like well, I guess we're almost done anyways.
Mm.
Does that mean you get to start working on volume 4?
Yeah. I think there's some scenes I have to go back and draw a character in that I forgot was in the scene. But I have to sit down and figure out what pages are needed and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I just got here. Well,
should have
we'll,
been
we'll
here
chill
soon.
with you for a little bit.
What will I do?
We could just do a little sketch.
Just do a little sketch.
A little sketchy sketch.
Sketchy
Of little white heart.
sketchies Of Lul. Ooh.
Lul and Aaron.
Making out.
Lul Ron.
Lul.
Eris and Lulwind.
Is their ship named True Heart?
True Heart.
Or White Wind?
White Wind is weird. True Heart is adorable.
True Heart, yeah. We are all True Heart shippers here. Chill, we have anxiety. There's no chill. We're at 90 panels of comic content. Heck yes. Proud of you, Will. Mean.
Annabelle. Yep, who are you? Robert says. Ambassador Robert. Annabelle says, well, that's a silly name. Robert meets Robert. Bert, best ship.
Bert. We stand Bert.
Except not really, because he's married.
All right. Still, it's fun to
It's
think
fun to
about.
imagine.
Yes.
I mean, it's an arranged marriage since birth, so
True.
it's a little more wiggle room there.
A little bit.
'Cause they might not even like each other all that much.
True.
Justify. You gotta justify to get your ships.
Exactly. Do whatever you can to get those ships to happen. I love Avo because I get to give everyone pointy ears. And that is what I live for.
That's true. You do live for the pointy ears.
She do love some little pointy ears. I was gonna say I love elves, but there's only one that I get to draw.
There is only one elf that you get to draw. Unless there's flashbacks.
True.
I mean, the first scene has lots of elves. Sorry. Oh man, it do though. I'm excited. I'm so exciting.
Yes.
Bobbert. Hearing you guys talk about 2012 makes me feel like a literal baby. I was 8 when you guys were in high school.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's how our one friend must feel. We have a friend who's like 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we talk, she's like, I was 15. We're talking about being like tiny babies.
Ursula says, Will is like, Tessa, I love you. And Tessa's like, oh, Ox, I just engaged your best friend who's dying.
Love that I'm describing the plot to you. Oh, so Ox.
Oh my god.
Hey, Tuesday. Oh, babies in the chat.
Babies rise up.
Babies. Attack.
God, there's so many 2012 chats.
We did a lot of talking in 2012.
Oh wow. I'm angry because someone's vague posting about me on Maine.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I know you have a private blog that you could do this on.
Oh right, because we were on Tumblr then.
Yeah.
Dang. I'm trying to
Oh,
rise up.
That's when someone sent me like the the message that was like, "Go kill yourself."
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then they were vague posting. Oh, there was like some tea there.
Oh dear.
I guess that's probably why I assumed it was them, because they were drunk posting and being shady.
Oh dear.
Okay. Now I see, because like I look back at it and I was like, probably wasn't them, but hearing the context of it, yeah, might have been.
Hmm.
Super Hulock, oh my god.
Oh god.
Tumblr 2012.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I want marshmallow fluff. Same.
Heck yes.
I really want apples and peanut butter. I want those s'mores. We should eat them sometime.
Great talk. But also I want apples and peanut butter. So good. That's one of my favorite snacks. It's so good. And you remember copy? What is copy?
Yes, I do remember Copy. I did fan art of Copy. It was like Clippy, but a copy machine.
You're right. Oh my god. Was that for their April Fools thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
I did MS Paint fan art of Copy. That's why I keep remembering. I always will remember.
Do you guys remember? I don't know what year this was. Probably like 2008, 2009 type thing. Do you remember on DeviantArt? On April Fools, they'd change everyone's avatars.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And I remember there was one year where they changed everyone's avatars to either Twilight pictures or some other thing that I'd like never heard of. Like some random CW show or something. And I was really disappointed because I didn't get a Twilight one. I got the thing that I didn't understand what it was. Am I the only one who remembers this? It's like when I was in middle school. April Fool's 2015. Dang. Oh, copy.
In 2012, I wasn't as bad as I got really bad. I got like bad opinions. I had good opinions in 2012, and then it goes downhill as I have no access to like trans support, so I just go like super toxic masculinity, hard mode.
Oh no.
To justify my existence.
Ain't that a mood?
Turned into Calvin for a bit. Oh god.
Ugh.
I was living for that drama though. My god. Should we RP?
Old DeviantArt was cursed, but differently. Ugh.
I was pretty cursed. Well, the thing was, okay, I was like the first non-binary ever in existence. No, but like I was like the first non-binary person to like come out at our school.
That's
like
true.
before like non-binary was like a common word, and I didn't even know the word non-binary. Like I never found that. And so
I remember we
Oh,
found like a Tumblr blog where they were what's the word when you don't have a gender?
agender?
Yeah, agender, and they called it Nutois.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I used that term for a bit. Like I liked agender because I just didn't feel like a trans dude for like the longest time. And then I just got so frustrated that I just became really NB phobic. Very internalized, so probably because I just wasn't being taken seriously by anyone. So I just kind of like gave up on all of that and was just like, screw it, I'm a trans dude, whatever. I'll go by he, him, let's go. Fisticuffs on life. So that was a dark time. And
Mm,
then like I finally got testosterone when I was like 19,
I think so.
20. I was like 1920s.
Around there.
Uh, back in the 1920s, I started on testosterone.
Yes.
It was a whole time travel shenanigan. I had to do the pills. My liver is forever damaged. Okay. Anyways, but like I got that, and then like as I got more comfortable because I was like on stuff, then I was like, oh, I can be non-binary again. Also became like not a lot more acceptable to be non-binary in the public. Like it wasn't even quite acceptable, but there was like more and more like language out there. And then I didn't even like come out as non-binary. Like I haven't even like really stepped out of that because I still get nervous. Like I have like this forever like fear of like coming out as NB and not being understood.
Mm.
So yeah. I don't know. I just was like, I am not this brave. I give up. Can't be brave.
Aw.
Future NBs and transmen laying the groundwork. Yeah, except I shied away like mad. Did a little mad dash.
It was hard. It
Yeah.
was so hard. I remember like
It was so silly. Like, cause like I got mad at the wrong people. I was like, it's non-binary people that are stopping me because no one takes this seriously, instead of being mad at the people who are not taking anyone seriously.
yeah.
And I was like, if only everyone also would give up on being non-binary like I did, then I could get medical help. But I realized that was stupid through therapy, and I realized like a lot of like my aversion to non-binary people was just because like I had a lot of internalized phobias that were very fan flamed. Like I had a guy that we spent like the whole night together, like cuddled and crap, and in the morning he went on to be like, oh, if only like a guy would love me, but like no guy would ever actually love me. And I'm like, screw you, sir. Like, am I not? I'm not good enough. Like, yeah, that salted me real bad for
Mm.
that. Thanks for inventing gender, Bones. You're welcome. Just be like that sometimes. You yeet it out of there. Yeah, but it's so rude. Yeah, there was a lot of pain around that. And
Mm.
it was really hard to like come out as non-binary, and I used they them pronouns for a while, but like no one took it seriously. I mean, Ursula did. She was a sweetums.
Mm.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't know anything about trans stuff or non-binary stuff until you told me about it.
Aw, blessers.
I tried my best.
A lot of trans people have the same character art of riding out of internalized transphobia. Yeah, and it's fair as long as you rise out of it at some point.
Yeah.
Like I understand it. Like you're so soaked in this world and you get so much rejection. And if you reject other trans people, it can feel like you're getting acceptance, but you're not. You know, like your acceptance is still razor thin. And like it's the like there's two theories kind of like that people go into pride and stuff with, right? There's like the assimilation idea, and then there's like the idea of acceptance. And a lot of people are like fall into this idea of like, if we just prove that we're just like other people, we'll be fine. And it's like, no, it's okay to
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
it's okay to not be like other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gender is hard and society is stupid, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I regret like how rude I was, but I was like a teenager, so
Yeah.
I'd be nice to myself. And I didn't like harass anybody. Like I didn't start any like giant harassment campaigns, and I was very like nice to people up front. I was a little mean behind people's backs though, which I regret.
Mm.
Yeah, but that was my arc, and I have since changed. And it was pretty easy to change because I'd spent so much time researching gender, and like I understood the science behind all of this. Like I watched so many documentaries and read so many studies and all of that, and then I just decided, no, these facts aren't real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I am here. First stream I've caught. Envy talk. My partners envy, they, them. Envies are cool. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah. We support MBs
Who you
on
drawing?
this stream. I don't know. I'm just doodling.
You're just doodling. Okay, well, fair.
See, I went through like obviously very different, but a similar kind of arc with like misogyny,
Totally.
where I was so misogynistic.
Yeah, because it's a defense. Because
Yeah.
you get rewards for being misogynistic as a girl. Because it's the not like other girls thing. It's like I don't care about being catcalled. Like, why would I care? Like, everyone else is just weak. And then you like go through it, and you're like, wow, I hate misogyny.
Basically,
I'm tired of this.
Basically, I went into the workforce, like the office workforce. Like I started working at an office job, and I remember like at my first job talking with some of the other women in the office, and like I was like the second woman at that company that
Yeah.
was hired. But when we had some more women on the team, I remember they were talking about like just like crappy things that men do to you in the workplace, and I was like, that's not real. Like I don't know, you guys. And now I'm just like, oh my god, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
I had the
understand.
similar thing with misogyny. Like, I know its roots. I don't really want to get into it, but like it was definitely there. Yeah. I think another part of it was like I didn't like to admit I experienced misogyny because I didn't want to be seen as lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, it doesn't exist. Even though we were like freaking like 16 or whatever when like two drunk men like came up and like hit on us.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. God, it was so awkward and freaky.
Yep.
And like we were constantly like yelled at on the streets, and we didn't even like it didn't even register in our little brains.
No, that it was bad. It was just like, oh yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, it was just so normalized.
Yeah.
And you're just like, why doesn't everyone else just suck it up? Like it's not that bad. And now I'm just like, God, why would you do that?
Right?
Like
What's
becoming
wrong
an
with
adult,
you?
I'm like, why are you like harassing teenagers for being gay?
Right?
Yeah.
God.
The middle of drawing a scene depicting a conversion therapy. Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Oof. I've noticed that a lot of gender non-conforming folks go through a lot of repression to appeal to society standards. For real. Because it's painful no matter which direction you go in. Like, there's a reason why there's a lot of like mental illness around like queer people, and it's not because anything to inherent to that. It's like it can be painful to hide who you are, and it can be painful to show who you are, and that is such a terrible place to be in. And like that was actually something that was kind of frustrating in group therapy today,
Oh yeah.
where talking about vulnerability, right? And
Mhm.
I'm like, it can be so difficult to be vulnerable if you're in a vulnerable group where
Yeah.
like expressing yourself can just be kind of dangerous if you don't know the situation. And like I dealt with like so much like rejection and like even just like my mom like accepts me now and stuff, but like she didn't get it when I came out to her, and it really hurt. And like yeah, like people go through that stuff, and then like just none of your peers accepting you for your identity, like that's like such a big rejection. And it's like, why would I ever be vulnerable and show people who I am? Like, I know it hurts me, but it hurts more to like be like, here's who I am, and people be like, ugh, no.
Totally.
Yeah.
I remember having so many conversations with like cis het people. For me, it's usually talking to het people, because I am also cis. But I remember I've had so many conversations where I'm talking about that, where I'm like, I'm afraid to come out to like my family, or I'm afraid to come out to my coworkers or friends, and them just being like, well, like, I had a counselor once who was like, well, what does it matter if like your coworkers know that you're gay? And I'm like, because they're my friends, and like,
Because it hurts to be
it
to
hurts
have this
to,
assumption
yeah,
all the
and to
time.
hide it. And like, and I remember I had one horrible conversation with this horrible dude who was in his 40s and hitting on me as someone in my 20s, like young 20s, like 19.
Married guy too.
Married guy too. Anyways, so I had a conversation with him where I was like, I'm afraid to come out to my dad as like gay, and he was like, well, you know, your dad probably like doesn't want to think about you having sex with people. And I'm like, what? I was like, I'm talking about,
Why did your brain go there?
literally, I was like,
It's like when you're
So-
trans, people always go to your junk.
yes. And it's like, I'm not gonna talk about that at all with my dad. It's be like, what if I had like a girlfriend I wanted to introduce to him as like my partner?
Literally.
like
And it's so scary. Like for me, like I know a lot of like my fears were kind of like unfounded with my family. Like I was afraid to like say that I was dating Ursula.
yeah.
Like I was just like I kind of knew they were accepting, but like I was also really scared to do it. And like cuz like I had friends, like I had like a friend who was kicked out of their house when they did it. I had a friend who was like assaulted by their parents when they did it and
Mhm.
told to never speak with our friend group ever again,
Yep.
or like something bad would happen. Like scary, like, and I'm a teen, I don't know what to do.
Exactly.
Like that's terrifying. And I'm like, what bad thing could happen to me? And it's so easy for like straight people and cis people to be like, just come out, be vulnerable, it's cool,
I know.
be your true self.
And like, it is liberating to like when you realize you don't have to tell everyone about this, but you also want to have the freedom to tell people about yourself and feel safe. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act.
Icelandic is a gendered language, and the other day when I was out with my mother, I'm FTM, a stranger referred to us as you two, with the word for one man, one woman, and that made me very happy. That was like me in Disney World with my dad, and someone called me a guy, and my dad was like, "Can you believe that? It's wild." But he didn't know at the time. Yeah, well, shoot, that sucks. Yeah, it's like really scary. And I know a lot of you guys like have like come to me about like your horrible instances with parents and things. And it's easy for like even someone who like feels like their parents accept them, like what if they don't?
Right?
And like the what if they don't like might sound like crazy irrational, but is it?
What is it?
Like I know like it isn't, but is it? Yeah.
Especially because like you'll come out to people who like don't have any consequence in your life. Like I remember telling like some girl in my gym class that like I was bi, and she got all weird about it. Like, I don't want you to hit on me and stuff. And it's like,
yeah.
I thought that girl was cool. What if my parents get all weird about it?
Yeah.
And that's even worse because I care about what my parents think.
Totally. Yeah, that's such a vibe.
Yeah.
I had to wait till my friends asked me if I was trans. That's what I always do. I just wait for them to ask.
Yes.
That's what I did with Ursula. I was like, since gay people can't have babies, they're just naturally more sexual. What?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
You know what I hate when people come out and everyone's like, oh, we already knew. It feels so insensitive. Oh, I hate that too. Like they don't understand like how hard it can be to like come
Right?
out. You know, like I watched videos all the time of people coming out, and there's so many good ones, but there's also bad ones.
Yeah.
And then there's coming out, and then like they act like nothing changed.
Yes.
It's just even weirder.
Like, yes.
That was my experience like coming out as like a trans guy with like everyone is they felt it always seemed, and I didn't want to explain it, but cis people were like, ah yes, you are a trans person, so at some point you're going to transition and then I'll start using the correct new pronouns with you,
Yes.
because they didn't try at all. Like, it's really frustrating that people only started pronouncing me correctly when I got a goddamn beard.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn. So how was your guys' week? I know it's a common question. My week was something else, man. I hate how it's automatically danger to just think about coming out. Yeah, it's spooky. Like,
It is.
how am I supposed to like? And the thing is, you constantly have to come out. It's not like a
Right?
one-time thing.
Because everyone you meet is just assumed that you're straight and cis.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And like, I don't want to be stealth, but I do be stealthing sometimes because it's safer.
Yeah.
Why have children when you don't love them unconditionally? For real. I hate the whole you have to surgically chemically transition before I acknowledge you mindset. It's really toxic. Yeah, it's 100%.
Super
Trans
toxic.
medicalism is toxic AF.
So toxic.
I got so into that because I was dumb and couldn't figure out how. Sorry, not dumb. I was what's a good word? I was uneducated and small of scope. I couldn't comprehend that which is gender, and yeah, it took me a while to kind of get it, because I was like, if gender is a social construct, it's not real, and then trans people can't be real, and no one informed me about gender euphoria, and once I got that, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't think like I'd want to be a hairy creature, but like I'm vibing with it. Like I don't really want to change all that much. Like I don't know. I don't identify as 100% dude, but that's about it. I like he him. It's cool. I don't like they them. I've said this before, but like for me, I like he him mostly because I worked so hard to get people to like actually use it, and it's my trophy. It is my trophy for all my hard work. I get to be he himmed, but like I honestly don't care about any pronouns at this point, because like who cares? Like I'm fine. Like I'm not insecure if people are like girl. I'm like, yeah, it's me. The sassy thing where like, oh, is she hungry? Yeah, it's me. Trophy of he him. Anyways, we're half an hour late, and Ursula's horoscope says she has to go. Oh wait, before we go, okay, last thing, I need to tell you the Libra horoscope, because it is absolutely
it's
feral
today, but my horoscope told me I had to go Betty Buys early. It literally said Betty Buys.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'll give you the Libra horoscope. You can find your own horoscopes. I'm not searching y'all out. But the Libra one is feral. I'll leave you with this.
Okay, let's go.
The afterlife and reincarnation captivate you today. Heed a message brought by a spectral visitor or the Fae folk. Strategy helps resolve any monetary glitches. The sunset offers glimpses into other dimensions. Tonight, thinking, what a strange day it has been. What is that?
Where's your message from the Fae? Hello?
I'm keeping it to myself. Thank you very much.
Ugh.
Anyways, we'll see you guys again on Saturday, and we
Yes.
will continue reading Sovereign.
Sovereign.
And yeah, if you're a Libra, watch out for those spectral visitors.
Watch out, okay? What a strange day.
Love y'all.
Okay. Make sure to subscribe and like and do all that good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye. Ah.
We did it.